It's Momo.
He's happy. He's happy.
Oh
It's
my
happy,
gosh,
Momo.
that's so cute.
Yeah, he's happy, Momo.
Adorable. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Monday night rewatch. Welcome, Momo, and Hey, and what's the octopus's name? And also Thom.
Reginald. His name is Reginald.
Reginald, and also Thom.
Yes.
Our boss is absent.
He's in,
oh no,
he's in
Hi,
his bed.
baby.
There he is.
Hello, sir. Well, good.
I'm using the Lunacam for me because my camera was the last Windows update broke my camera.
Womp womp.
Yeah, so I have to use my phone, which is usually my Lunacam. So right now it's a me cam.
That's all right. We know he's there, so it'll count, right?
Yeah, it's true.
I am so excited that we are back on Wheel of Time and counting down to season 3. Like it's becoming real. It's starting to feel real.
I know. The latest yeah, you're not wrong, Noman Garden. You are not wrong, sir. If I haven't messed around with Linux or anything in a while, but if I had the patience, I totally would go back to using like Linux again, but I don't have the patience to reteach myself that nonsense. Oh my God, I hate you.
Yep.
Speaking of hating that man, I have to tell him to his face that I Where is he?
Look, here comes an awesome guest.
Yay!
That was painful. I hate you. No, I love you.
I know.
Anyway.
I used to be the pun lord, but there's a certain gnome who took that title from me.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure. Well, hello, Bilsa for Matt Stagger and Glenn. What is up, friends?
Not much. How you doing?
I am wonderful. I would be better if I had a Luna in my lap again, where he was prior to.
Well, you shouldn't have made him mad.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I had the audacity to move slightly when.
How dare you?
How dare you? Shameful.
That cat outrage is real. How dare you, sir?
I posted the link to the YouTube.
I don't know. He's calling the ASPCA, Thom.
Oh, thank you.
Make sure to go and give What the Adaptation a follow if you haven't already. If you haven't, what's wrong with you? What are you guys doing next? I forgot.
We are currently in the middle of the Expanse season 4.
Season 4.
Right.
And after that, we will be doing season 3 of Wheel of Time.
Yeah. Show everyone your shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Really cool. I love this Rossi on tape.
Yeah, from the Expanse.
It's probably my favorite rendition of the Rossi I've seen yet.
Cool.
I should have worn it last night when we were talking about the Expanse, but I figured I'll wear it tonight.
Fair enough. But tonight is Wheel of Time night. And
what's that?
I know, right? I don't know. It's this little book. Some guy wrote it. I don't know.
There's a couple or a few.
Yeah, you know. They're easy reads.
It's this little series that came out.
Yeah, they're short reads, only a couple characters to follow. Nothing serious.
Okay.
7,000. You're fine.
Oh, that's sad. Go
How
give her
dare
treats.
you?
Definitely deserves treats. But we had, what was our What Wednesday that we had? We had our first look at the we got the first look at a bunch of Aiel, which was very exciting, but we got a lot of set photos and some scenes from season 2. And if you haven't yet, you should go read this lovely article by Kevin Angus.
Yes.
I think people will recognize that
I
name.
know that.
The Kevin.
He wrote this lovely.
There's only one Kevin.
It's true story.
The Kevin.
He wrote this article for us over on Dragonmount, so you should go check that out. But for our purposes, we're going to look at these wonderful pictures that we saw. So
Why
we have
does Rourke look like he could eat me?
I know.
Shoulders are huge.
I'd like him to eat me. I mean, look at that. Look at this face. There he is.
I wouldn't say no. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He Bjorn Landberg is 6'6" and over 220 pounds.
Good
Wow.
So I think he's going to make a great Ruark.
He's like twice my size.
Yep. I mean, Ruark is supposed to be big. He's supposed to be a big dude and still pretty good looking. And I think they nailed it with the casting.
Very good.
If I remember right, there's only one Aiel taller than him, named Aiel that's taller than him, and that's Han.
Oh yeah, it's another clan chief.
Or Han. Han. It's either Han or Han. Han.
Yeah. HAN. Yeah. The yay!
Aaron,
a wild Aaron has appeared.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
The and then then we have, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other Aiel in this picture, but we only got the casting news for 3 of them because we have 2 back here that we have no idea who they are. The redheaded dude and like a brown-haired dude.
Can I also just say the hat kind of bugs me? It's giving me like it's practical magic, like I'm not a fan of the hat.
It's just non-functional. I mean, if the brim was out, I would be okay with it. But the fact that it's rolled up into the sun bothers me a little bit.
I don't know. I didn't like it.
I can't tell who's wearing it, though.
Moraine.
What's Moraine
that's
wearing
Moraine?
it?
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. I mean, okay, I can tell now. Now that I know.
I don't know. I like it. And then who else did we have here? We have Melindra back there. Shinova Makodi Lund as Melindra. Both Shinova and Bjorn were only in like foreign language stuff, like I think it's Norwegian movies. But I looked up a couple of clips of the movies they were in. I mean, I have no idea what they're saying, but they seem to have some good camera presence. Their acting seems pretty good. Like it didn't feel robotic. And I like Ruark's voice, so I can't wait to hear him as Ruark. I can't wait to see what he does with that.
Do the scenes even have subtitles for you? Are they subtitle free?
No, I looked them up on YouTube and just saw some clips.
Okay.
I really just, because even the titles of the movies were in whatever language that is, and I just copied and pasted them because I couldn't even read them.
Now, I think we have Avienda hiding behind Moraine.
No, that's Egwene.
Okay, I haven't been able to get a close up of that face. Only from I'm like, is that Avienda hiding back there?
She's wearing the same clothes as she's wearing in the image where she's laying on the ground, which I think is a little further down.
Shora. Sorry,
I know.
I'm distracted.
So yeah, the most important image, Kevin couldn't resist putting it second, I guess. Shore and what's her name? Do I have her in here? I think I have her in here too, right? Oh no, she was from last time. Whoever I forgot her name. What is her name? Maybe Kevin. Let's see. Did Kevin write it in his article? No, he didn't. Okay, it's just the pictures. I forgot the woman's name that's playing. Morgaze. Noman Garden will correct us in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they look fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
I heard a lot of bullshit about
they do.
Morgaze's dress here. They were like, oh, she looks like the Queen of Hearts from the Alice in Wonderland movie.
I can see that, but
I mean,
she's in her finest. I mean,
yeah. I mean, there's Olivia Williams. Thank you, Aaron, and Noman Garden right behind her. I
was looking it up.
Like this is obviously the White Tower, and it's obviously Morgaze going to see the Amaryllis Seat. Like you're supposed to be dressed in like
formal occasion.
And she's a queen, so it has to be crazy.
Well, and I would imagine it's a little bit like her putting on her armor, because no matter how self-assured you are walking into the White Tower. Like you're gonna put on what makes you feel powerful. Yeah.
You're absolutely right, Norman Garden. It looks like all rose petals. The crown is all rose petals with the
wasn't she just in Dune Prophecy?
Yes.
Is that where I recognize that name? That's what I thought.
She is in Dune Prophecy. She plays one of the what are they called?
Bene Gesserit.
Bene Gesserit, that's it.
Yeah. She played Tula, I think, didn't she?
Yeah. Yes. She's in a couple of things.
A pretty good season.
I have not watched.
We have another. I think it's neat that there's now a new Dune Wheel of Time connection, though.
I mean, there's a lot of fantasy that came out in the 80s and the 90s is heavily influenced by Dune and Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, that's hilarious. It looked like doilies, like the doilies my grandma used to put under everything.
They do look
Heavily
lace-like.
starched.
Yeah.
Heavily starched.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I can
do.
get
They
a-
do look lace-like the
Mhm.
doilies that used to be crocheted or
Oh yeah.
stitched together that were beautiful, but very, very, very fragile.
I have
Can't tell
a
you how
Zoom
many I ruined and got yelled at
on-
for by my grandmother.
I don't have the. Oh no, I do. Is this it? Yeah. Okay. I have a zoomable one, so we could zoom in on it for you guys,
Oh, okay.
Nice.
so we could see what it looks like. There we go.
Oh yeah, it's very floral. Oh, and it's even
Yeah.
it's maybe
Ooh,
like
I
pale
like it.
pink and the pearls in the center. That's really pretty up
Yeah,
close.
I think some of that might be real flowers. It looks like
Ah.
it might. I think it has real flowers.
I
in the
think you're
center.
right.
And then there's pearl. Like these look like real petals.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like pearls. It looks like is some of them. It looks cool.
So super cheap, not at all,
Yeah, I love the dress though.
Oh yeah,
I like the
Sharon-
lion triumphant.
gorgeous.
I love the
Sharon
gold
went
lay
all
on the
out.
sleeves is just
Sharon Gillan went all out on this. It looks freaking fantastic. And you can tell that this is something like if she needed to, because this is obviously
Separate.
extremely impractical. Yeah, she could easily drop that off if she needed to. Like it's
Right.
and then just
Yeah.
be in the dress below it if she needed to. So like, yeah, I'm
It's
not concerned
detachable.
about it. Yeah, and the crown though. Crown is nice.
Oh, that is just
I'm
That
excited to
works.
see that. And then obviously, so like Elida, I feel like very minimal,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
but still gorgeous. Like she definitely makes a splash. She's got the freaking jewelry to the nines. No ear cuff,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
huge freaking earrings. It looks great. I think she looks great. The only
Her
thing that we
costumes are
haven't,
going to take off.
yeah, the only thing we haven't seen yet is a Gareth Bryn, if there is one.
Mm. I hope so.
Mm.
He would definitely be here, right? Like this is like he's definitely going to be there if he's in the show. This is when we would definitely see him, like her going for her first audience with the Amaryllis, since her daughter and her daughter. This is probably when the two boys come, but since her daughter has been to the tower, so it's going to be a big deal. Let's go to the next. The next one. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Bloom. Back to the article. So then we have. Now I'm torn between the goth look from the trailer that we got when they're all like when we're seeing Moiraine's flashes and we have like the evil versions of them. I loved the outfits that they
they're
were
so
in.
hot. They're so hot as dark friends.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I'm sorry they are.
Everyone was, and Egwene the most looked like she was having the most fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
I mean,
true. If Gabriel, maybe Gareth Bryn is already kicked out, and like we'll start his story with him already in exile. That would be interesting. It's a good point. Good point. So what do you guys think? And chat too. Is Gabriel, aka one of the Forsaken, we don't know who yet, gonna be with her at the White Tower? Do you think that's a possibility?
Mm.
I don't think he'll be there,
I
but I
tend
think
to
he'll
say
be
no.
mentioned.
It might get mentioned. I tend to say no because I don't know, unless we know for a fact Ravine is one of the Forsaken we actually have. I think it's quite possible Ravine is one of the ones that's cut, because I think that one of the big storylines that's easiest to cut from the series is Morgase's storyline. Least ripple effects. The only thing she really has a part in down the road is Perrin's trial, which can be anybody else.
Yeah.
So, we're going to get her here in Tarvalon or in this scene here that we're looking at, and probably not after this season. It's my hope. It's not that I dislike Morgase. I just think Morgase's storyline is the easiest in the entire series to cut.
Yeah, at the very least,
years ago.
At the very least, cutting her Shaunchen, the Shaunchen portion of her storyline.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or
think that's
severely
right, man.
condensing or reducing it.
I don't think they need any of it, to be honest.
Well, I mean, having Kyrian, there's 8. No, Norman already got you already. Yeah, there's 8. 8 Forsaken that we know of. Like, maybe there's, ones that didn't have statues, but it's probably only 8. But
there are also only 8 steals.
Yeah, I think they need to do at least one of the Forsaken taking over Kyrie, trying to take over, and then Rand deposing them. At the very least, that.
Oh, yeah.
And if Rand, but here's the thing. If they cut, like they can't really reduce Morgaze's story too much without also making Rand not go and be like the steward or whatever you want to call him of Kyrie of Andor after he gets rid of Gabriel.
What I want them to do is I would hope that if they do include Ravine, have Ravine use Mask of Illusions to make himself look like Rand and then be seen killing Morgaze. Actually kill Morgaze. And that would give Gawain reason to hate Rand because witnesses saw Rand kill Morgaze.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Are you trying to get me to like Gawain? Because that's not going to happen, sir. That is not going to happen.
Yeah.
I do think there needs to be some rehabilitation of that character.
You think?
I definitely think Rafe is gonna try. He's definitely gonna try.
Yeah.
But yeah, this image is probably I was gonna say this is probably what
another dimension, a possible future that Moraine is viewing. Because if you look at Egwene's dress, it is covered in flames.
Yeah, and so is the symbol on her stomach here is a flame, and her bracers are flames. Her shoulders have flames. So if she's got all these flames on, she's wearing a yellow ring. So if she's the Amyrlin Seat, she's still wearing a yellow ring and a yellow dress, which is counter to what the Amyrlin usually does.
Yeah, I don't think she's Amyrlin yet, or she wouldn't be wearing the gold. I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't know. Does Swan still wear her ring in the show? I don't think so.
No. She wears. It's either. I think it's a ring with no stone in it. I want to say. You know what? Let's just do this because then you guys.
I haven't had a chance to zoom in on all these, so I'm missing little details.
Let's
breaking my heart.
Let's just go to the images that I could zoom on instead of being on the article. Okay, there we go. So. They sent us super high res ones so I could zoom way in and we can see good ones. So yeah, she's definitely, it's got the Flame of Tar-Valon on it, which is, I've never seen it kind of depicted like that. And I really like it.
I don't know if that's yellow or if that's just gold.
I think it's gold.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's gold.
Maybe that's what the Amyrlin wears because there's some gold highlights in Swan's dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's
what
like pearl and gold.
Thom was saying.
Okay,
we can't see
well.
we can't see Nynaeve's.
I don't care. Hand. Look at Zoe with her hair down.
I know.
It is
hair.
And like it's got ring mail, like armor almost into the corset, and she's got these spalders or whatever you want to call them, these shoulder guards.
Pauldron.
Yeah, pauldrons. There you go. I love it.
The outfits that we're getting the pictures for are so good.
I like that they have leaves incorporated or flowers incorporated into the horse here because it's like, when women channel, they imagine the rosebud opening, the flower opening.
Yeah, the barding.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see Elaine's. What does Elaine's barding have on it? So there's like a silver plate that goes across.
It's just like a circle, yeah. It's just like a circle.
Yeah, concentric rings.
Yeah, a fillet, and then like this looks like it has like just some filigree on it.
Filigree on it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Elaine is looking good too. I mean, she looks mad.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's maybe this is that like them dressing themselves in Tel'aran'rhiod. I think personally that this is Egwene's accepted test.
That would make sense.
That's my opinion, but it could easily be them dressing themselves in Tel'aran'rhiod. It could be one of Moiraine's thousand lives that she lives. Who knows?
Do you think it's possible we might get Flicker, and that could be a Flicker?
I think the flicker is going to be a what's up? A fellow Jedi, Glenn.
Hey, nice.
I think we're going to get a flicker reference when Moiraine is doing her thing with when she goes into the rings or the columns, whatever they make it in Meridian.
Oh, that she does look angry.
Yeah,
she really does.
It's terrifying.
Like this looks like whatever we see the fight happening in Tarvalon. I think this is somehow this image here is going to be tied to that. But
absolutely. Because didn't Rafe say like the first 15 minutes
are nuts,
insane?
Yeah. And Kate Fleetwood in an interview referenced like just a bunch of women hurling magic at each other,
destroying each other. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
I guess we're doing the blackout. Oh. Still a bathrobe, but a new one with
it's a new bathrobe. Oh my God! I just had a thought.
Is that Matt's hat? That's my question.
No. You guys.
Although he does kind of look like he's eyeing it.
He does.
Yeah, he does. He's staring right at it.
It really does look like that. Okay, hold on.
I'm kind of scared on what Thom's doing.
This is his coat reminds me of something specific,
God.
and I'm gonna. I found the image and I just got to bring it into fucking StreamYard. Oh God!
I will say Zoe looks really hot in this picture. Like just showing some shoulder. It's a good look.
Every time I've looked at this picture, I've been like, oh, his coat looks like something, and I can't quite place it. I just placed it.
No.
It reminds me of Ron Weasley's coat from the Yule Ball. That's exactly what it reminds me of.
It's great.
It does.
All he's missing is the dicky. That's like the fucking thing with the bow tie on it underneath, the big puffy white thing under his shirt. That's what 100% reminds me of. All right. Sorry, I just had to get that out there. You are 1,000% correct on that. So.
Yes, true.
Yeah. I mean, let's not overlook Min looking awesome in the corner over there.
Yeah. And look at that. I didn't notice that until just now.
That was your belt. That's great.
Now that makes me happy. That makes my heart sing.
Yep. Freaking awesome.
What does he have in his hands?
I don't know. It's definitely something.
The bag, he's showing them something.
But it's like round.
There's a guitar here. I think this guy might be a Gleeman.
Yeah, but that almost looks like a cuff.
I thought it was round too. It looked rounded.
A bracer or a cuff that goes on the arm.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like metal or stone.
Yeah, it's definitely like look how like concerned they look.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the bowl of the winds, and we won't have to sit through that storyline. Here it is, guys.
If it saves us from, saves us from that storyline, then yeah. But like, we don't need the bowl of the winds because the weather isn't a factor as of yet. Like, I mean, they could pull that into season 3, start having the weather being affected. Yeah, no, that hasn't been like a big thing. And we looked at this one already. Okay, so let's go back the other way. Okay. I love this. Yes. I'm very excited.
Okay. Where is the other wing on that dragonfly?
It's probably just like
dragonfly, but it's the other ring.
It's probably just 2-dimensional, you know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be like maybe like on the other side, but we can't see it because it's flat.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
We all know Elaine is a lush, though. She loves her cocktail.
She loves her homemade brews.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this interaction. This should be fun. And Ayula has been just like she's so good, and like her scenes with Perrin in season 2 when they were sitting around that campfire were some of my favorite in season 2.
Although I would not be opposed to a possible match, Wetlander. Poor Perrin, his face just.
That's a good question. Is Nynaeve holding Matt to keep him calm? I didn't. It looks like, I mean, they all kind of. I mean, this wasn't
holding him back.
Yeah, that wasn't Tom Maryland's hat, right? Like, no, that wasn't the hat that he was wearing, was it?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I mean, it wouldn't be the
I
first
don't
time.
know.
He's
Yeah, we gotta.
According to my wife, anyway.
Yeah, I gotta look into that. I'll look into that. I'll check that out while we're doing other stuff later. I have to find it. I might have to just go back and watch play season 1 on another screen and see if I can screen grab Tom Maryland. All right, so we know we're gonna get a training montage, at least a little bit, some sort of training scene, which everyone has been missing. Yes.
Took long enough.
I'm glad that we're finally getting it. It's gonna be fun. Rand has
I don't have to hear about it from Glenn anymore.
I could use less shirts in this scene, but
this sword is fucked up looking.
Yeah,
that's because it's.
I was thinking the last couple pictures.
Oh, we got to see if we could translate the old tongue that's on this.
It's something about it being a gift from Agilmar.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't we get that in season 1 or season 2? That translation.
Is this the sword that he got from Agilmar in season 1?
I believe so.
Okay.
Everybody who's tried to do translation, I haven't talked to Pavara, so nothing is final until Pavara tells me what it says.
That's fair. It's land sword. So the sword that Rand has is land sword, which is the sword of Malkir kings. Like, is that?
No, I don't think that one is a gift from Agilmar, not the sword of Malkir. I think the one he has in his hand is the sword of Malkir.
Yeah,
that's why
the one that he generally uses is katana shaped, and this is a straight blade. So,
right.
Yosha's looking good. I'm glad he does.
It still looks like it's only got one edge, though.
Yeah, it's definitely got one edge, but it's straight. Where
gotta call it a falchion or something like that.
Yeah, Land's was like kind of curved, like a katana.
Yeah.
Your welcome warms me, Lord Agilmar.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. And it's a Rapunzel. Yay.
Rapunzel.
Hello, Rapunzel.
Hey,
All right,
Rapunzel.
I won't click anymore. Sorry.
It's okay.
I was wondering if Gnome the Garden could check that for me, make sure that's a falchion. Falchion. I think that's what kind of sword that is.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
And our first our first ear accoutrement for the thing, a 3-headed serpent. It looks like.
I love they're biting her flesh. That's what I love.
Yeah,
they're perfectly fit to look like they're biting her flesh.
Yeah.
I love that.
I really want to see like I want to know the budget for the ear jewelry, and I like imagine a wall in Sharon Gillam's office just covered in ear jewelry for all the fucking ear jewelry we've seen. Not earrings.
Yeah, Alana's last season was on point.
Oh yeah,
isn't it all one piece? Do you think?
Oh yeah,
do you think that's all one?
Yeah,
Up and over and
coming together.
Yeah, it's probably just like
weird
a
to
back
put through your ear and then.
Yeah, well, it's probably a back piece that has the pin that goes through the piercing, and then instead of just like a little. Yeah.
The snake tail would almost be the back of it. Would be like
except it comes out the front, so we can see it.
That's pretty
I mean, it could be a gauge if you had gauges, like that would not be a hard thing to do. But I do not think that Natasha O'Keefe has gauged ears.
Also, whoever said she was not hot enough can just
lying. They're just lying.
Blind. They are blind.
Never came out of my mouth or my fingertips online.
No.
I've always said she is stunning. She has been stunning.
Yeah.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, beauty is subjective too.
Was beautiful, and that show is objectively dirty. Yeah. Everybody's dirty and musty looking, and she was still beautiful.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, beauty is subjective. So, like, saying someone's the most beautiful person to ever exist or in the whole world is like, that's easy to do when it's on a page, like when you don't actually have to see it. But when you have to see it, like she is, by any definition of the word, very good looking, and at the very least. But no, makeup on point. I'm loving the short hair. I have
the attitude too.
Oh, it has to be Teleron Riyadh if she's got short hair.
Definitely.
Her performance is what sold her for me as Lanfear.
Oh, hands down.
100%.
I'm not saying she's not pretty. She's very pretty, but she just wasn't my idea of Lanfear when I saw her, but her performance throughout the season, I warmed up to it, and I thought she was a good Lanfear.
Yeah, she's got
Probably better than my choice would have been.
She's got gravitas. Like when she's on screen, she feels like the main character when she's in a scene. She takes all the air out of a room. She does that very well, which is really kind of what the idea of her being like the most gorgeous and like magnetic person that you can see. That's she pulls that off, I think.
I'd be tempted to turn to the dark if she asked.
Yeah.
Let's just
Oh,
say
yeah.
that.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'd be tempted.
Oh, I clicked too many times. Okay.
Oh,
Loving this.
smiles.
Yeah. And you can see that he's smiling too. So I'm sad that we can't see his face, but I loved the interaction between the boys. I'm sad that, obviously they had to be separated in season 1, but
Could you do a close-up of Rand's hand?
Rand's hand?
He's holding a mug, it looks like, yeah.
I know, it's just further up that shadow. I wasn't sure if a tattoo was peeking out, and I wanted to know.
Oh, yeah. It does kind of look like a tattoo, but yeah, no, I don't think so.
I think it's shadow. Yeah, I think it's shadow.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got my dusty wheel hat on there for a minute.
Welcome again, Akeem. Welcome.
Akeem, welcome.
Welcome, Akeem.
Yes.
Welcome back.
He is our Prince of Zamunda.
And his
and
eyes
we'll
are
try.
gold now, too.
Yeah, we will try not to be too spoilery for you. Don't worry, but welcome. And he has his flannel on, which is perfect. I feel for Perrin. I love the coat too. Fucking costuming is just on point for this show, man.
Just the toggle.
He's the only one of the boys not to cut his hair. It looks.
This is we know from at least from last season when I interviewed Davina, everyone on the show was wearing a wig. She said in season 2, and that was when Perrin started growing his hair out. So I'm curious if in season 3 either Marcus grew his hair out or Perrin's back and it's a wig for Perrin.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good though.
We have not started the episode yet, Arosa. We have not.
Arosa.
And Perrin, as you can see, is still wearing his wedding band, which means that's still weighing on his mind. He hasn't been able to accept that yet. This is probably, I'm going to guess this is probably like episode 1. They haven't split up yet. Perrin hasn't started to head for the Two Rivers. Matt hasn't gone wherever the hell he's going to go.
San Chico.
Yeah. So this could be Thom still. What's back
Probably
there?
is.
There's some stuff on the wall back there.
Yes, there is.
All right. What's next? What is there? Oh, yeah. Maureen playing with her little ball there.
Oh my God, she found a Dragon Ball.
Oh, God. It's a no-star ball. I'm loving every dress that Maureen wears looks like it has armor almost built into it, which is fucking sick.
And that has a particular tribal design.
Oh, Patrick.
That I find fascinating. I love that.
It looks almost.
It was almost insect-like.
Yeah, I was exactly what I was about to say. Like right here, especially looks like a moth.
Beetle-esque.
This looks like a moth right here, and then a beetle in the middle, and then each consecutive one looks more insect-like. It's
also wildly uncomfortable to wear. Just
probably, yeah. What is up, friends? What is up?
So, do we think that might be a Chodon Kalki?
Okay, that's interesting. Maybe like this is a thing that she finds in Ruidian and she's playing with it. Maybe. Perhaps. She's got her Kisera on. Stone looks pretty cool in it.
It does.
Damn, her eyes look awesome.
Pretty.
They really sent us some good images. I could zoom way in on these freaking things. All right.
That's ridiculous. I'm
like, I'm pretty sure I could see the cameraman's reflection on
her eyes. Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure I could.
I'm glad they actually finally sent us some good images. But yeah, okay, so could be a Chodon Kalki, could be the other thing that I thought it might be is maybe either a key or a replacement for the portal stone, so somehow a something to use for traveling.
Interesting.
Okay.
Oh God, Kamehame.
You got it, Uber.
Hey, Uber.
It's hilarious. All right. Is that all the images? Yeah. Okay. That's all the images from this latest release. So I can take that out now. Okay. I am more excited. Definitely more excited for season 3.
Yeah, me too.
Did you guys also know? I forgot to mention when we were looking at the Aiel, Nukoka, who's playing Bear. That is the. Did I put it in here? That is the wife of. Where is he? Jamie Lannister from. I forgot his name. From
Nikolai
wow.
Coster-Waldau.
Yeah, Waldo or Waldo. That she's that's his wife. That's his wife.
And they live in Greenland.
Yep.
I don't know. I think I first met her. It was encountered her. I didn't meet her, but saw her when I watched the first episode of. It's on Bloomberg's YouTube channel. It's an Optimist Guide to the Planet with Nikolai Coster-Waldau, and it makes you feel good. It actually makes you hopeful. So I strongly recommend everybody watch it. Documentaries don't usually do that, but this one will do that.
Okay.
An Optimist's Guide to the Planet.
Yep, with Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
That's cool. All right, I gotta check that out. Yeah, I tried to not really take the leaks with any kind of anything until we hear official stuff. I always reference back to Eludrin, the Leandrin's son, where everyone's like, oh, they're replacing Eludra with a man, and like, no, they're not. Just stop.
Similar name, not the same person.
Yeah.
Right.
The line from the Mighty Greenland is covered in ice. Iceland is very nice. I haven't seen the Mighty Ducks in fucking forever.
Yeah.
I love the Mighty Ducks.
So we're gonna be watching what is it, episode 2, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So
sir.
I'm gonna share in chat in 1 second the link for the watch party. Stop it. Come on. There we go. I'm gonna share the link for the watch party in chat in a second here. We're using a what's it called? A browser extension called Teleparty. And it's a free browser extension. It's legit. It was made by Netflix during the pandemic, and it works well enough that all of the major streaming companies allow you to use it for their platforms now. So I'm going to post a link to that watch party in the chat for both of us. I'm going to put it in the private chat so you guys can click on it. And you might have to sign up for it. You might have to sign back into your Amazon Prime Video account once you download the link. It works on both Chrome, Firefox, and also in iOS, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you are watching any other way, like which I'm sure is perfectly legal, that you have whatever copy of it yourself, I will have the, oh no, where is it? The clock. Where's my clock? I lost my clock. There it is.
It's right there. There it is, over there.
So many tabs. All right, there we go. I have a clock that you guys can follow. I'll align the time on this clock with the show, and you could follow along that way if you get messed up.
Let's see. My file
your
is
clock
30
is
seconds
backwards.
short.
It's backwards?
Oh, see, I thought that was just me.
No. It's backwards.
It's forward for me.
Okay.
All right, let me flip it around. See, here's another thing that you were fucked up before.
StreamYard's doing that weird.
Yeah, that's strange.
Is that good?
There you go.
Okay.
See, I'm looking at this backwards to me.
See, but it was backwards when you first came in, but it looks fine.
So is my shirt forwards or backwards?
It's backwards.
Backwards.
Really? Okay, that's
Oh,
all right, that's
wow.
interesting. That's weird. That's weird that it does that. There we go. I fixed it.
There we
Okay.
go.
And I couldn't find, and I was looking for the reverse button or the mirror button. I couldn't find it when I was
It
fixing
should
it.
be under camera settings. Somewhere.
That is not worthless knowledge, Jedi John. That is a fun fact. In fact, I forgot that he was in that, and I am very excited for Daredevil Born Again. I can't wait.
I'm
I
looking
hope they
forward to
bring
that. I haven't even seen the trailer.
I hope they bring back Deborah Ann Wall and Froggy, what's his name for the show.
Froggy was good. Yeah.
I don't think they confirmed them yet. All right.
I have not missed any of the MCU TV shows.
The shows have been great. I love the shows. So the last thing that I watched, oh yes, that is exciting.
Good news, Jedi.
That is very exciting.
The last thing you watched?
Thanks, Noam Garden. The last thing I watched was the Star Wars: The Skeleton Crew. Absolutely fantastic show. If you like Star Wars, you should definitely check that out.
It was fun. Yeah. I think
really
my favorite of the MCU shows, and this is I'm totally outside the demographic for it, but it was the one that spoke to me the most was Ms. Marvel.
Oh, I love Ms. Marvel.
Because it was like the super nerd suddenly becoming, super powered and becoming exactly what they worshipped in the first place. I think that's just too cool.
My favorite characters in the Ms. Marvel TV show were her dad and her older brother.
Yes,
all of the scenes with her interaction.
In the Marvels.
Yeah,
the whole family's in the Marvels. That movie was a blast.
Yes. Can you see the timestamp, Samantha? I have it on my screen. It should be right in this full spot right here.
It's Yep, it's visible on YouTube.
Yeah, and I can see most of the people have joined the watch party. I'm going to post the link for the watch party one more time, and then I'll give everyone a countdown, and I will press play. I tried. I got the ad-free version of Amazon Prime, hoping that may influence y'all's who join the watch party, so that you guys don't get ads. But apparently that does not. So. Yep. You guys, if you don't have the ad-free version, you will still get ads. It does not share my ad-free with you guys, which is sad.
Oh, it counts backwards, Samantha. So it counts down with the time left.
Oh yeah. Amazon counts down.
It counts down.
Yeah.
That is a little confusing.
Or at least my Amazon counts
Amazon's
down.
A little weird.
Yeah. So you should see.
No, mine does.
Aren't we all?
Oh, Sheba.
A little bit.
Princess Sheba.
As in, here you go. So if I have it paused right now, that is what it's paused on. So you'll see the that second one right there will play. All right.
Yay!
Okay. So let me get rid of that.
Vaping doesn't leave a note. Vaping doesn't leave a note if they won't know.
All right. I'm going to press play on the show and on the timer now, so you guys can get them aligned. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. And the time is going, and we're good. Okay.
Yay!
Dark Friend Social.
I'm looking forward to the Forsaken Social. I hope we get that.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Anyone else flashback when watching episode 1 of this season, when Egwene was getting all that water, putting everything in the buckets? Anyone else remember that scene montage with Samuel Tarly in like one of the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones, when he was collecting all the slops and the buckets and the dead pans and all that? That's all I could think. It reminded me of that montage. Not as gross.
Yeah, I was going to say it's slightly
less disgusting.
Nowhere near as gross.
A little skeeved there. Yosha has grown up a lot. Like seeing the flashbacks to season 1, he looks like such a baby.
He looks young.
Kind of forget 2 or 3 years go by in between seasons.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. Season 1 to 2 was like what? It was like 2 years, like 2 years and some change, right?
2-3 years.
Love that foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And they're all young enough that they visibly age.
Lanfear doing a good job messing with Rand's dreams there.
Yeah, it was only food and drink, but it was still the idea that reminded me of that.
one of the things that I like that they do for the Wheel of Time TV show, and I hope they continue it in season 3, is if you like move your mouse over the screen over the playing right now, it'll come up with the X-ray and it says where they are.
Yeah,
I like that.
City of Kyrian. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot, especially for people like Akeem who may not like he's only just started reading the series. You know, you're not going to know exactly where everything is. So being able to be like, oh, the city of Kyrian, let me look up on a map where that is. Speaking
don't
of,
look up Tarvalin. I'm just going to say that now. Don't do that in public.
well, all I have to say about the shape of Tarvalin is if you need directions to North Harbor, no, you don't.
I found North Harbor. I have a ribbon that says so.
Oh, I made a map that I want to share from
Am I
last
frozen?
week's episode.
Yeah.
I'm playing. I'm fine.
I'm good.
No, there he goes.
You're good now?
There you
Okay.
go.
All right. I made a map I want to share because we talked about it last week with Reverse and Andrew. The fucking Pony Express amazing fucking mail service that exists within this Wheel of Time universe. Just wanted to show you guys the distance that Perrin was around here. They were in Aradomin. They were just north of getting into Toman Head and Thom. Here's Toman Head and Thom over here. And so they're around this area where this blue dot is.
Mhm.
Perrin sent that letter and it made it all the way over the Black Hills, over these rivers, over the plains here, which is Aradomin is not a calm place, around Dragonmount and into Tarvalon.
That's not even the unbelievable part. The fact that Perrin is communicating is unbelievable.
That's fair. Yeah,
That doesn't happen.
that's fair. That's fair. Oh, yeah, Glenn is back.
Oh,
Glenn's internet was a little shaky. Maybe not. We'll see.
yeah. You
there
gotta
he is.
question the sanity of
Hey, I'm
working
back,
at
I
this
think.
place,
Sorry about
Yes,
that.
you
I
are.
don't know what happened.
knowing what he knows.
Yeah, that he's gonna go
Wi-Fi.
crazy. Okay.
Yeah, just knowing that and working there anyway. I mean, I don't know if he's trying to look into his future.
I hope we get to see this old man again when he comes back to Kyrian later. Oh shit, I can see that.
That's
I
funny.
can see that. I can absolutely see a young Hayden Christensen in Yosha for sure. When Perrin really wants something, his focus and dedication aren't to be questioned. You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong in that. It's just his communication is
Hey, Rick.
lacking. Openly communicating with people isn't usually his forte.
Yeah, no.
Mira Sayal as Varen is also fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
remember,
I gotta say,
we're gonna-
excellent casting.
We're going to keep our spoilers to Fires of Heaven because that is, I believe, that is where Akeem is in the book series,
Okay.
and I still had this up from last week. So we don't want to go too far. So just
All right.
Okay.
So you're at Varen's place right now?
yeah,
Just make sure I'm not thinking. Okay.
yep. And
Yeah,
the timer
My timer is going. That's why I'm trying to
Tom,
figure
what's
it
at
out.
the end of Fires of Heaven? What's the major?
the major event at the end of Fires of Heaven.
I'm just trying to get my.
Is it? It's not the
The
claim.
docks. The docks.
Mm,
Who's blankety blank?
mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you remember? Yeah.
Yes. They come out
I
of the
was trying to be
waste.
vague.
It's after the Battle of Kyrian.
Okay.
So we could talk about what happens at the end of Fires of Heaven,
Okay.
right? Because Akeem finished Fires of Heaven, I believe. There's a twisted terangrial doorway, and two people fall into it.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
I never know where one book ends and the other one begins.
Couladin is also killed. There's the battle outside of Kyrian.
I'll tell you right now, that's one change we better have. We better see Couladin get killed. I
Oh,
will be very unhappy if that's not something that Rafe decides to give us. I
yeah.
will be very unhappy because I was very unhappy Jordan didn't give it to us.
It makes sense though when you think about it in the sense of war is fast and dirty and things happen quickly, and like the idea of that battle happening kind of like off screen in a way makes sense because it's like, you know, things happen so quickly you can't be on top of it. But I would love to see the fight. You're absolutely correct. I would love to see the fight. It would
And
probably.
I hope it's a
epic fight.
1-2 done.
I'd be okay
I
if it's
actually
a
think just-
flashback of Matt remembering in flashes. He
That's
runs
fair.
into the group. We see him fighting. We see somebody's head fly off, and then it's over. I'd be okay with that. You can still do the quick, frenetic pace of war.
One of my all-time fights on screen is that last fight between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul, or Maul, I should say.
This is episode 2,
Rebels.
Samantha. Episode 2.
Yeah, strangers and friends.
Ooh, a wire. Oh, my other daughter. My other daughter is here.
Hey, Winter's Lady.
Hey, Winners Lady. Good to see you again.
We only just started. You're only a few minutes. Only a few minutes late to the episode. You're fine.
See, pairing with a sword just looks wrong.
It does look. It looks weird.
It looks wrong.
weird. I love the vest though. His vest is great.
Yeah, I love the axe on what's his name's back.
Do we ever actually see a shield in the books? I don't remember anybody wielding a shield in the books.
They mention
the
the bucklers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, bucklers. Thank you. Good point, Matt. Or Bill.
They mention a lot of the guardsmen having shields and a lot of the.
I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, I don't think any of the main characters ever use a shield. No.
Hey, Tom, did you catch that?
What?
You need to edit the YouTube. It says 2.1.
Oh, let me edit that.
Womp womp. Yeah, it should say episode 2.
Yeah.
That is because I am terrible at my job.
It's because you made Luna mad earlier.
It's true. I can't edit it until we're done with the stream. You can't edit it while it's live. I'll edit it after the stream is over. Thanks for catching that, though. So this weird version of the wolf ability here, like him seeing flashes of the past, is interesting.
I like it. It works for me.
I wondered how they were going to visualize it. I think it worked out well.
Or maybe
It looks like just like everything.
I think this might be their answer to kind of mixing in the smelling of the violence, like Hurin's. Because Hurin was always able to like do what Perrin just did, like be like, oh, it looks, the children were killed here, and then there was a Murgil over here, and he did the thing, and so it seems like that might
be dared to move, so Luna had to move. It was awful.
Yeah, I shifted slightly, so Luna went back to his bed. He's in his bed.
Poor Luna.
Yeah,
I think we know.
I slightly moved, and he fled. So,
that
this was
right there. Ugh, I love that.
Oh yeah, that does look sick.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
Those weirdly shaped swords are kind of reminiscent to the swords like the Dothraki use. They're for mounted combat, and we know the Shinarans are very famous for mounted combat.
Okay. Is this the same guy who played Syrio Farrell in Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh, he does look like him, though. No, it's not.
I swear. I thought they looked very similar.
He does look very similar.
That was Miltos Yerolamu. It's a Greek name. I can't pronounce that.
Yeah, Greek names are tough.
Here, Memoranaza Errol.
Yeah. I think.
Holy cow! I am so American. Sorry.
Yeah, tell me about it. I think the guy who played Ingtar, I think he's of Indian descent, subcontinent India.
That's exactly correct. I am QT Pie. That is exactly what I think it is as well.
I think that's what Elias says it is, and tells him it is, isn't he?
I think later on the way he describes their visions, but not seeing backwards, like seeing what happened in that area.
I like to
never
call
really
him Clem, actually.
talk about that. I like that they are starting off showing like caring, loving, good side of Rand before we get to see, emo, angry Rand.
And that's important.
Yeah, because he's coming.
Yeah.
We do get a glimpse.
And
in
this
this
was
episode.
A little bit. Yeah.
I do. I hope we get to see Errol again, though. This old man. I hope we get to see him when he comes back to Kyrian at the end of next season.
I just think it's quite a fitting name for a Blade Master. Or
at the beginning of the season after, or whatever. I mean, in a way, yes. Rand's character. Rand's character is the serious answer. Yes, he's the main character. He's the Messiah. He's the chosen one in the hero's journey, trope. But so is Karen in his own way. So is Matt. So is Elaine. So is Nynaeve.
There is a nickname for him later that,
Oh, there you go. Randikin. There you go.
Yeah, but naming a Blade Master Errol is just kind of fitting. As long as they don't give him the last Errol Flynn.
Oh, right.
I'm pretty sure that's why they gave him the name.
Okay.
Whoever wrote the episode decided to be clever, and it's a clever naming.
I love that they're actually saying the sword forms. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys know why Jordan did that?
I knew, but I forgot offhand. Go ahead.
He didn't feel like honestly, he didn't want to write. So they moved their sword up at a right angle, and it allows the reader to visualize the sword fight without actually having to describe a sword fight.
Right.
It's
prettier writing.
It's very clunky.
I'm trying to remember. I've read a couple authors where they actually go so far as to use like the fencing terms, like into the first quarter set, where zone or whatever the terms were. I don't remember if it was 30 years ago that I took fencing.
Yeah, he was a huge Shogun fan and Seven Samurai. But who wasn't, especially people at that age? So you did fencing, Glenn?
Yeah, when I was like 18, I did one semester at the community college. And then I managed to fail it because I didn't go in for the final exam for some reason. Oh, yeah, my dad just pointed out I was working on the newspaper at the time, so I probably focused on working, at work instead of going to class.
So, I mean, there's an obvious practical reason why they moved the Accepted's banded coloring for their clothing to the wrists instead of the hem of the dress.
Right.
How often on camera do you see the hem of a dress?
Yeah.
Almost never, unless it's a distant shot.
Exactly. But honestly, I kind of like it better.
No,
I do too.
Yeah.
It stands out. Yeah, and it looks good with the colored weaves. So
yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I think it's because they're going to be so focused on the hands.
Let's be clear. While he was able to describe a dress in great detail, he was not a dress or clothing designer. I'm not going to say he described beautiful things.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah, he described them beautifully.
Yes. There you go.
There's only a couple of design changes that I dislike, despite what Bill might think. He thinks I hate everything, but
I mean, that's
the design changed. The design changes to the accepted dresses. Perfectly fine with me.
Yeah. What's something that you dislike?
I really, really dislike Tam's sword. It had the wrong crossguard. It had, what's the term that they have for a katana? That oval shaped guard, hilt guard. That has a word for it. And Tam's sword had one of those instead of crossguard, which Jordan very clearly describes crossguard. The other one I really Waygate.
Yeah, I did.
Waygate. I will never accept the Waygates as they are.
It's called a tsuba. Tsuba.
Tsuba, thank you. Yeah, I knew they had a word for it.
I think they might be leaning toward making the power weapons look like katanas. I think that might be something that they're leaning toward.
I was
the Waygates were just so beautiful in the books. Like they were gorgeous and alive. And these like don't even seem living.
No.
I was disappointed with Matt's dagger, with the Shadow Logoth dagger, but not mad about it.
Not with Bill, with Matt's dagger.
Yeah. I was disappointed with the design, but
the Waygates for me, I love the design of the Waygates, but I'm sad that there's no door. Like the door for the Waygate was the huge thing for me. Like if they had, like even the design they have right now, if they added the door like it was in the books with the living vines that moved around that would be cool.
Yeah.
And the fact that they aren't all attached to groves and or steading as of yet,
right,
is
and I get the change to the ring, the Aes Sedai ring, and the losing of the shawl.
Checking for poison. I love that.
Yeah.
The ring kind of makes sense,
like right
before
there,
the show started.
That's where he became my Matt. Just the little
Oh, for
me, it's coming up. It's coming up.
I was about to say, Me and Bill are, yeah. Mine's in about 2 seconds.
Yep. Right here. My Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Just mocking her in the most douchiest way you can.
Yeah.
He's mocking her, but also I might be reading into it a little too deep, but he's counting her steps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it tells you how long he's been there as well.
But how long is it going to take her to unlock the door? So he knows how long he has to put everything back.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Samantha. Kate Fleetwood is fucking phenomenal as the
she chews up scenery. It's beautiful.
She's been the best acting on the show yet, I think.
Oh yeah,
my personal
opinion. Reason I would have been okay with them doing away with Elida if they would have given that storyline to her, because she is phenomenal. She is, hands down. I hated her in the books. She's wonderful.
You know, Crystal. I was 100% convinced that they got rid of Elida.
I'm curious 100% convinced how they're going to keep. Like, I don't want to see less of Kate Fleetwood now that we have. Yeah, sure. I'm curious how this is going to go.
I'm interested to see scenes between Kate and Shoray.
That's I mean, I can say for sure one of the things I love more about the show. I agree, Arosa. Is the depth that they're giving to the evil characters.
Mm-hmm.
They're making
you said it a lot. They're not evil for evil's sake. They have a reason.
There's motivation. They have motivation. Some of them are have relatable motivation, but at least it's not just like I want more power. I want to live forever. I'm mad at Lews Therin for being stronger than me. Like those were so frustrating.
I know Lews Therin is taller than me. I hate him. Come on, man.
I would have to hate a lot of. I have to hate
turn to the dark for a couple of inches. Get out of here.
We do need a short king though. Come on. I really hope we get something with Samael and reference to shortness. I think it'll be funny.
I'm pretty sure we get Samael because there was a short statue.
Yeah, and it had a beard and a scar.
Yeah. He's one of the very few that I'm sure we're getting.
Yeah.
I love how clueless she is. Like what's that got to do with me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think they did a really good job at casting Elaine. I mean, everybody, but Elaine is just,
Oh, God.
You're my subject.
Technically, you're my subject. She does a good job, though. I think like I wonder what Akeem, how you feel about Elaine as a character, seeing her in these scenes. Like, do you think that she's like a pompous noble, or would you feel like she's a little bit more down to earth and a little bit more humble? Because I think they did a good job with depicting her in one direction with that.
Ear cuffs. Damn it! I want the ear cuffs.
I know.
Sorry.
So
Sorry.
Oh, hers are
Wow.
the very best that we've
Oh,
seen.
yeah.
on the show. So
That is
Absolutely.
amazing.
She's always got the best jewelry.
she looks so uncomfortable.
Damn it.
The making
It's not your fault.
Sheriam so much older is an interesting change.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how that's going to play into some of her later storylines.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that too.
Yeah, see, I'm glad that's what you got from her, because she embodies the character well. I think they did a good job within what was that, a 40-second introduction to a character, to still embody that character pretty well.
Right.
For someone who doesn't read the books, that is. I think they did it well. Of course, fucking Alana has like a hookah lounge in her fucking
Oh yeah.
her room.
It fits.
Yeah.
Making Cheeriam wildly uncomfortable, which is also really funny.
Yeah.
Just like watching as she watches her interactions with the warders, you can just see her like settle herself.
Oh yeah.
It's one thing I like about Show Alana and her warders is they seem to be an equal partnership all the way around. That the warders can actually outvote her. And she'll go with it.
Yeah.
And I like
they give them
she has a better relationship.
I like how they fleshed the warders out a bit more in the show too, as well. Like, that's another thing I think the show did much better, is give us a little bit more look into the warders, especially in season 1, when we got to see them sitting in their, the warders kind of communing amongst themselves while the Aes Sedai were off doing their thing. Yeah. So for, what did Patrick say? Yeah, we saw Leandrin. Oh, there you go. Rapunzel got me. We saw Leandrin's son was like, in his 90s. They talked about how old Leandrin is. We know Maureen's sister was younger than her in the show. And when we meet her in this season, she appears much older than her. So they have.
I think Lindsay Duncan's like in her 80s.
Yeah, they have confirmed that. Oh, the White Tower would be full of secret passages. It would be like the house in Clue, even worse than the house in Clue.
I love that too.
Right.
That's why we're doing this for you, Patrick. That's why we're here.
That's what we're doing.
Dude, how awesome is her little leather cinch? It's got pockets.
Oh gosh, what's
that's her wisdom.
Ouch.
That's her wisdom. Her wisdom thing.
I know it's just so awesome, especially on that white.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, man. Sharon is a fucking genius. Sharon Gillam is a genius. I love her.
Yeah, no arguments here. Oh, God. Can you imagine her making you something for a cosplay?
Oh God.
I'd wet myself. I swear to God.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love these big scenes where we see like the streets and stuff too. It's exactly as I imagined the cities.
Mm-hmm.
Atuan's Mill.
Yeah.
And Lauren Balfe with the music. Come on.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
Oh my God, this giant fish.
I know. Did they say what the fish is? I don't think they said.
Lionfish.
Is it a lionfish? I was going to say.
Yeah, somebody in the background said lionfish. That's when parents stopped.
Makes sense.
I would not want to be caught in the shallows with a lionfish.
No.
That's for fuck sure.
The teeth on that thing?
It's too close to catfish. I'm not here for it.
We should be at 26:33, or there's 42 minutes left. 42 minutes and 9 seconds left in the show. I hope we get. It would be nice to have Elias accompany Perrin to Two Rivers.
Mhm.
Like I want more Elias.
I really like the actor Gary Beadle.
Yeah, he's good.
I've enjoyed him on this show. I enjoyed him on Andor a lot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he was great in it.
Clem.
Watch that.
Yeah. And this is when I decided, I think, when their interaction in this scene and then back at the fire with Adelaus is when I decided I wanted like a Golden Girls version of,
Yeah.
of a show
Yeah.
with Maureen,
I'm-
Varen, and Adelaus.
I'm so there for it.
Yeah.
And thank you for calling me a friend.
Thank you. For,
At my wedding, my brother-in-law was my best man, and he was his best man speech was he just like spoke aloud the words to the Golden Girls theme song.
I love
Nice.
that.
Oh no, you did not send. You definitely send it to me. I want that.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, what's her name again? The actor playing Varen.
Mira
Sayal.
Thank you.
Mira
Yeah, she's
Sayal.
really good.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
great. She was very well
I'm
cast.
pleased with her as Varen.
Yeah,
I
I have
had
not.
had my mind set on the lady who played Umbridge
Oh,
in
really?
Harry
Oh
Potter.
no! No, I couldn't do that.
And she's
Mine
even
was
5 foot even, which is exactly what Varen's supposed to be in the book.
mine
but,
was always mine
she's
was always
awesome.
Kathy Bates. Mine was always.
Oh,
Kathy.
wow.
I
Okay.
can
That's
see that.
good. Kathy Bates would have been great, but yeah, I can't see. Ugh, no,
I can't think of the actress's name. She ended up
Dolores
playing
Umbridge,
Queen
no.
Elizabeth. She ended up playing Queen Elizabeth.
So, that's a good
in The
idea.
Crown.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
She did. I forgot about that. She did well in that.
This is a good time to say we know from the way the bullshit streaming ratings work, and because Taylor Napier said this on Instagram, if you really want to help the show out, cancel your Amazon Prime subscription before the show airs, like before the episodes drop on March 15th. And then on March 15th, re-up your Amazon Prime subscription, because apparently that's the only way they measure. That's the metric they use. Subscriptions re-upping the day of the show, like when the show is
That's
released.
ridiculous.
That's
That
the
is-
metric.
It used
they
to
use.
be first
Sorry.
watch. It used to be first watch. The first thing you watched after getting your subscription is what they give. the
Yes,
metric
make
to.
sure that it is the first thing you watch. Yes, that is, you're correct. Yes.
But then how do we do our rewatch if I cancel my subscription?
Well, you just
Yeah.
you could just cancel it and then reactivate it. I think
Hmm.
it
Like
is a dumb
cancel it.
metric. I absolutely
Cancel it
agree.
Wednesday. Resubscribe Thursday.
Okay.
Because you theoretically, like, unless you just get unlucky and like your month subscription happens to be the 14th,
Mm-hmm.
it'll still be active until that billing cycle is over.
Sure.
So
But what a stupid way to.
I know it's stupid. It's very dumb. They do that so they could screw people out of money. It's just a way to screw the cast and crew out of royalties. In my opinion, that's like.
It's got to be something like that because it doesn't make logical sense
Mm-mm.
at all.
No. It was
I
one
would
of
say
the main,
this is
it was one of the key points that like the way they do streaming residuals was one of the key points in the strike, in the actor strike that just happened. So I know it's something that they're still negotiating as of the last they've spoken about it. And then
I don't know if
now
I've
is
gotten
when we
way
get to
ahead of you
see,
guys.
we're currently at
37,
Rand
28.
Rand's
close
beating
to-
up the dude.
Okay, I was just watching that, so I'll
Okay.
go back a bit.
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah,
the
we're
ads, when you guys get your
31,
ads, it messes stuff up.
35.
Yeah. I'd say this is the first truly questionable action I've seen Rand do on the show. I mean, I understand his motivations for it,
Mhm.
but
After what he
it's still
pulled
a
with
bit.
Errol, screw him.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I understand his motivations. It's still kind of
He goes like just
not right.
a step too far almost.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, but that's where you kind of start to see his inner demons, his
Yeah,
rage.
Mhm.
It was
it's
with
Rand letting the violence out.
yeah,
Mhm.
they do it in a very subtle way, and I think they do it well.
Mm.
Oh, and the coat. We I didn't mention the coat. His threadbare coat covered in the style of coat he's wearing is a Japanese style of coat, but
Mhm.
it's also very threadbare, and the colored threads, I don't know if you guys noticed, are all the colors of the weaves. The threads of the one
No.
power
I did not notice that.
on a very dark black background.
Sorry, I was probably staring at Lanfear during the whole
Yeah, me too.
That's fair. Damn, Rand. Who knew Rand was going to be a dom in this
Hey,
relationship?
it's consensual.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If that's what it takes.
I know. Listen, I don't kink shame around here. We don't kink shame.
Nope.
Nope, not
We
here.
don't allow that.
But I love the juxtaposition of that scene to very like they're novices, the very pure, the very innocent, like just
Yeah.
down the
With the
It's just
white.
aprons they got on over their dress. Is that all
The
that
little,
is? Is an apron?
is it a
Yeah.
pinafore? I don't know. It's an apron, I guess. But
Probably meant to be an apron. Yeah. Yeah, it's tied in the back like an apron.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this scene is the first hint of the regalness we actually get with Elaine. Her sort of response to this whole situation is the first time we see her sort of square her shoulders and bring out a queenly bearance. It's
Mhm.
really cool.
yep.
I mean,
She's
right
one
here
of my
you
favorite
see her
characters.
stiffen her spine.
Yeah. And she doesn't shirk try to pass the blame off or pass the buck. She's like, no, I'll take the punishment.
Oh yeah, 'cause that's Agro.
I don't get the Elaine hate that some people have. They
Mm-mm.
just I've never understood it.
I absolutely question her decision making later, but we cannot talk about it, so we won't.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of she's frustrating in the book as it gets later on, for me too.
She's kind of reverse Nynaeve.
Mm,
Because at
Yeah.
first I could not stand Nynaeve. Early
Same.
book Nynaeve.
I get you.
Ugh.
How old were you when you started reading her, though?
It was 1993, the year I graduated, so 17.
Okay.
was
And
about- I
how old
was
were you
about
when
the
you
same.
started liking her? 30s?
22 probably.
okay.
Oh, that quick? Okay.
I
I think I was in my 30s when I started to like Elaine. Or 90.
I was a parent by then, that's why.
my
Okay.
I just don't like early book Nynaeve because the way she withholds information and it hurts people around her, like good people around her, the way she withholds information. And it's because she doesn't like to look wrong or bad or whatever, like she always tries to make herself look out to like something isn't her fault when something bad happens. And
Which I
I
think
understand,
as an
understand
adult,
why.
you understand that that's her own confidence issues,
Mhm.
As a kid, you're like, she's just so annoying.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
no.
she's-
They replaced Eludra.
I know.
Just
I know.
joking.
I know.
Mm.
I think this is the first.
What are you
This
doing
is
here?
the first look at for a non-book reader. This would be. Non-book reader. This is the first look of an Aes Sedai's non-aging or at least slow aging.
Right.
Yeah. Because we haven't met Lindsay Duncan yet.
Her
Yeah.
face is so terrifying right here.
I know. You know why they call her Sister Strongjaw
Yeah.
from this scene alone.
She was pretty intimidating on Oh, what was that, Victoria that she was on, where she played like the cousin or sister to the queen?
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
first thing I saw her on.
I'm with you, Cutie Pie. I was like, I was just going into high school, so I was like 13, 14.
We're at 31, 52, 51, 50, 49.
She just smacked 9 Eve.
Yeah.
I think
It
this
does
is the
look
first
really
look
real.
into the humanity that she has.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And this real emotion coming from Leandrin. It's just such a great addition to the story, to her story.
Mm.
It is a good scene.
Well, it also explains some of her behavior.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're like, okay, I can see why she would be bitchy. I mean, that's got to be horrible.
I'm interested to see how they develop her relationship with Nynaeve, especially from what we see, later in this season, when she cuts the ropes just before she hands them over to Suroth. She cuts Nynaeve's ropes. So like she has some sort of care about Nynaeve. There's
that move was to stick it to Suroth.
What I mean, yes,
partially,
yes, but she could have cut any of their ropes. Then she cut Nynaeve's ropes, and she gave her like
the
that
most
look.
Dangerous.
Yeah. She gave her.
She made eye contact with her.
Yeah, I think she's got. I think there's going to be some development there with the two of them.
She does. Men's not wrong.
No, not at all. She prefers her men dead. Yeah, the way they're depicting Machin Shin in the show is definitely different than the book. So I'm not sure if it's going to be, because like in the books, Machin Shin was not Shadow Spawn, was not tied to the Dark One in any way. I think it might be in the show, whereas like it might not attack her because she's Black Aja, but we don't know for sure.
I know one person it shouldn't attack.
There it is. This is the scene right here. That made me wanna, so fantastic. Nyla Ayala. Nyla Alaya.
I love that we get this story though, or even just there how they
new
met.
spring meet. I love that.
Yeah.
I will be right back. I need to take a quick bio break.
All right. Good luck. Hope everything comes out.
Which sister is this? Is this Adelaus or Van Dien? I can't remember.
Adelaus.
Yeah.
Adelaus. Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew they left one out.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna. I'm sure they're probably gonna give her a lot of Van Dien's story as well, like some of her stuff too.
And I really liked it. I just like the look of the guy playing Thomas, Varen's warder. It works for me. I'm like, that's Thomas.
Yeah. The other thing that I liked that they did, and we saw it in the last episode, was the difference in the way the Aes Sedai and the warders fight, particularly with Thomas and Varen. Like where we've seen when Moiraine and Lan fight, Maureen's very much in the thick of it, down there fighting with Lan. Right. Where Varen was kind of in the back, in a sense, and to use some video game terminology, buffing Thomas. Yeah,
for sure.
She gave him the flaming sword, and she was doing some air stuff with against the Murdril. So I just like that they're playing with that. It's the Aes Sedai aren't doing all the same things when they fight. And then we saw in season 1 Alana fighting with the Dragonsworn.
Yeah,
which was pretty cool. I love the way the White Tower looks in the show.
I see every time I watch the scenes with Matt and Min talking in the prison, I just keep flashing back to when I read The Count of Monte Cristo last year.
Oh wow.
Because there's so much of it taking
yeah.
place in a prison.
Absolutely.
It's probably the one that popularized the idea of digging through the walls in the prison and meeting the other prisoners. You know, it's probably, you know, I'm not saying Wheel of Time is directly stealing that, you know, using that, but it's been used many times. And I'm like, go for it, you know?
I mean, I would not be surprised.
Matt here. Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Rafe was trying to make a reference for that. I mean, he even kind of looks like he looks like, you know, that's he has that style of beard and mustache, like the Count of Monte Cristo did. So
yeah,
there's a bill.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Like, yeah, you don't realize how much you use your core to do things like pee until you have hernia surgery, and then you're like, oh, I use these muscles for everything.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad the surgery went well.
Yeah, me too. Oh, gosh, man.
I did one of the things that I definitely didn't like was the way they showed Min's viewings, mainly because it's so much more definite, like that she sees actual images of people doing things
rather than like symbols or
where it was left up to, you know, interpretation, and like you know, she almost didn't always know what it was, and
but when
now it's kind of like, you know, there it is.
I mean, the one I'm fine with it. I haven't the way the visions for her and the way the visions for Karen are not anything I've had any issues with, you know.
It's not the way it looks. It's just that it makes it more definite. Like it's that you don't really have to figure it out.
Make it more obvious what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you know, it's here. Obvious that like Matt is stabbing Rand. It's different.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It does look different when it actually happens, but it's still
Yeah.
It still works for me. It still works for me.
Yeah.
You know, I thought about, you know, just like an image, like a still image just hovering over people's heads, which is kind of what Jordan describes. Now, you know, and I'm like, I think that would actually look worse than Cowboy in the Sky that Bill and I argued about yesterday.
It would probably look a little cheesy.
Hold on, I all I could think of now is the Morgan Freeman voice and it going, Matrim Dufresne. That's all I can hear in my head right now. Sorry. All right. The fact that they actually have sex in the show.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure that's not gonna, like, something's gonna, I'm not saying like she's gonna be pregnant or something, but like it's definitely meaningful because they don't, like, that does not happen in the books.
Right.
She definitely is gonna have
sex in season 1.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the fact that he's sleeping with Lanfear.
Right.
I hate him.
Oh well.
Might be jealousy, but that's fine.
That's fine. That is fine. Are you going to turn to the shadow now because of your jealousness of Yosha Stradowski or Randolph?
I think he's also taller than you, so.
Oh, well, that's it then. You know, I got to kill him.
No.
It's Lan that has to go because, you know, I'm just jealous of Lan. I think Zoe is just absolutely gorgeous.
That's an interesting question there, Rapunzel. Do we think that this was a real Min vision, or was it Ishii or Landrin or Lanfear messing with her?
I think it's real because we know it happens.
Because it happens.
Doesn't happen the way she sees it. but the fact that Matt plus the dagger equals Rand being stabbed.
Fucking Elaine with her hooch.
Mm-hmm.
She can bunk with me at Jordan Con anytime.
Right.
So I'm going to guess we're not going to have to see Elaine get her head dunked into a bucket to sober her up. 'Cause she seems like she can already handle her liquor.
Probably. So my initial thought for this was that they're using like she's making her own alcohol, like she's a tinkerer for her later storylines. She would probably be the kid that takes things apart, her toys and
takes apart the toaster just to see how it works.
Yeah.
I can already tell you that episode 6, oh dear God, I will not be on the show because I will be bawling. That episode emotionally guts me every time.
Every time.
It's a good one.
This had to really hurt Nynaeve. Like this had to be super painful. That's like your only person. That's her only safe space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your only touchstone to what was.
Yeah, to everything she knows, really.
Especially because it's coming from Egwene. Like if it was coming from one of the boys, it might not has hurt as much. Yeah, she viewed Egwene like probably it was a weird relationship she probably had with her, like almost an apprentice and a teacher, a daughter, but also like a sister because they are close in age. And
Matt could have said that, and she just would have gone in there and grabbed him by an ear.
Yeah, I'm sad that they never mentioned even trying to find her in the last episode of this season.
I love when
she calls her out. I love she calls
jealousy's not a good look on you.
Yeah.
I'm just like, ouch.
Well, Nynaeve is the strongest channeler in 1,000 years.
Definitely. I would definitely say. So what do you guys think? Is Egwene more of a hard work beats talent type of personality?
Yes. To a degree, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think growing up the way she did and being basically in the service industry her entire life, it's all she knows is I got to work harder to get ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, she has a really strong work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
Because she lives.
And when she decides to learn something, she's
learn it. She latches on
stubborn.
And doesn't let go.
Yeah, very stubborn.
I don't think I ever noticed her tattoos on her hands before.
Who? Leanne?
Leanne Sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've never paid attention to her hands. I just noticed she had her hands tattooed.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, look at that. Well, she waits for one woman, and it isn't you.
Yeah.
Here's another thing I think the show did better. Egwene's trials.
Yeah.
Nynaeve's?
Nynaeve's, you mean?
Oh, yeah. Nynaeve's trials.
Oh, yeah. I 100% agree.
Yeah. I didn't get some of what she had in her accepted test. Why Jordan chose that, like the Agenor. Agenor really didn't interact, and I don't see why he's like so front and center in her nightmares.
Because it's so scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's the man with the scary face.
But like
it's more like a trauma memory kind of thing.
That's you're not wrong.
The idea for the test was always supposed to be something that tempts you away from the tower.
Right.
and like you don't want to go back. You definitely want to get away from scary fucking creeper Agonor chasing you through the freaking hedge maze.
Let me back in.
Well, at least they let them wear their shifts in the show. I was really concerned. I'm like, I really don't want them to do that. The whole strip naked thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's unnecessary.
I mean,
In the context, it doesn't add anything to the scene.
I will agree with this. I missed that part.
I would have liked to see it, but
I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't say no, but what does it really add?
Which is another, really nothing. But it does,
visually.
I mean, but it's a level of vulnerability to, especially for someone like Nynaeve, who, you know, maybe not so much show Nynaeve, but book Nynaeve, who's, you know, a little more prude and a little less, you know, more reserved about sex and sexuality.
Right.
Is really the only thing, but I mean, it's unnecessary.
It does. It makes you more vulnerable, which I think was the intended purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, we get to. I mean, we saw it a little bit in Egwene when Alana was giving her, you know, how to be in a threesome, and I'm sure we'll see it when they go on the sweat test.
God, that was so uncomfortable. I loved that scene.
I hate that they put that quote in the preview for season 2. We didn't defeat the Dark One. We set his strongest lieutenant free. Like, for people like Akeem who have not read the books, or maybe he did read it by the time that's you know, the trailer for season 2 came out. But like, you're literally telling everybody.
Yeah.
It could have been like that. I feel like it was such a reveal to find out for the characters, at least, that you know, Ishamael or Balzaman, or, you know, who they thought they killed was not the Dark One. Right. Because we forget, you know, like going back to the first time reading those books, we didn't know that was a Forsaken. We, you know, for all intents and purposes, that was the Dark One.
Right.
So we thought.
Yeah, and it was a reveal. It was a pretty big reveal to find that out.
Harsh.
See, that was a reveal, but who the dragon was, I don't think was a reveal.
No, I mean,
that was obvious almost from page 1.
Yeah, I mean, he's the first character you see. He has 80% of the point of view of the first book. It's obvious that it's Rand.
And he's the only redhead in the 2 rivers. So you're like,
yeah, he's the odd one out.
Different about this,
especially after reading the story after story where the main character turns out to be the hero and he happens to be a redhead. You know, because I had recently read Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn by Tad Williams.
It's the advanced class, not Rapunzel.
and the Belgariad had a redheaded character who was like the hero of the story.
Yeah.
You know, so it was kind of like a given thing. You know, oh, here's a redhead. Well, he's the hero.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that she was eventually going to give us the line, because you're better than me. Like, after she said we were never equals.
Yeah, I called that when we were watching it. I'm like, that's because she knows he's better.
Yeah, she's never going to let that, like, that's not going to be where she leaves that, for sure.
Right.
But I say that coming from the advantage of having read the book and been inside her head a little bit.
Yeah.
At least in the second book. You get a taste of that. So you're like, that doesn't track.
Oh, this is a fun scene. So when I had the chance to interview the Andres, is what I call them, the lead set designer and the lead special effects coordinator, and special effects as in practical effects. Special effects for the purposes of the TV show are like practical effects, not CG and stuff. This scene, it took them, I think he said 4 hours to set up, because they had to do it in a way not to hurt Marcus.
No.
Yeah, they said he bumped his head on every step, every time.
Yeah. So just pulling him off the bed, it took them like 3 or 4 hours to set up or
Oh.
something like that.
Oh,
Ooh,
look at
shirtless hot
in the
Zima in the
road.
background.
Woo.
Whooping some ass too.
Yeah,
yeah.
look at those abs. That is insane.
Oh.
That looks like a scimitar that he's using.
Oh,
Could it be the only 6'2" redhead kid in the Two Rivers? Yeah, probably.
no.
Probably. I found a good set photo in the press assets for this. Where is it?
I would
downloaded
hope
it.
that the anyone working on this show was well informed about how number one, statistically the best, but how intense this fandom is. Like, certainly they know that everything is broken down second by second. And yeah. Hopefully they were all, that was part of the
Rafe knew
contract they signed, or whatever, the briefing they got when they started working on it. Listen, guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna be everything.
I feel like Rafe knew.
No, for sure.
Yeah, he'd have to, I would think.
Oh, yeah.
Get him, Loyal. Get him.
Just that guttural roar is.
And this, like the seeing the strength of the Ogier there is great. Right here, right when he throws this dude like 40 feet into the building.
Oof. Ouch.
Oof. Oh.
And their helmets are terrifying. I can't imagine waking up to that in the dark.
What was the show he was in? Kingdom, I think it was.
I don't remember.
Was it Kingdom?
I think they look insectoid to me. They look.
These not as much as some.
They look alien. They look alien. That's for sure. I wouldn't say insectoid.
It looks like a carapace.
And I've seen a version done of a Shan Chan helmet that actually works really well and looks like what Drive. They had to get this. He's a blacksmith on YouTube that he was on Melchior Talks.
Oh shit! They have pacifiers. Run!
No,
not the binky.
The golden binky of doom.
I found it. There it is.
Oh wow.
I like how when you see them start channeling too, in a lot of the scenes with the Suldam and the Damane, it looks like the channeling is starting from the Suldam and going into the Damane, almost. Like it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little like it's not exact, but it looks like it, especially later on when they chase Egwene. Ooh, it's a reverse. Hello, reverse.
Was that reverse?
Reverse.
Long time no talk, bro. He and I were chatting until like 2:00 this morning.
Oh my gosh.
That's normal for reverse.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to talk.
Every time I've had him on, it's been a late night talking.
Uh-oh. The Ogier makeup also grew on me.
Yeah, same. I wasn't sure about it in season 1.
I'm not sure if it's just because Hamed is
see now
his voice is so good.
This is much more insect for me than the
that's very insect.
scene.
Oh, what the fuck?
And there's a lot
Maggie
of gills.
The Death Watch guard.
Maggie Simpson.
Yeah. And Jessica Boone.
I'd be like, dude, just stop touching people's faces. Jesus.
The one thing I'll say about the Ogier, though, is they need to get some more apple boxes on set for Hamed to stand on so that, it doesn't look like Perrin is taller than Loyal.
Yeah, we don't know
because
how it... how much taller they're going to make them exactly.
Yeah, because there was a shot in episode 8 when Perrin and Loyal and them meet back up, and Perrin gives him a hug, and you can see that Marcus is actually taller than Ahmad.
Oh no!
Or at least in that
I'm
shot.
sure that ruined everything. I mean,
Winner's Lady. Honestly, I hope we get to see the gardeners, but it's another thing.
yeah, I hope so too.
It's another layer to stuff that they don't exactly need.
Sure.
So I could see them not doing it too. It just
Here's
depends
the
on
other
how
great
deep
actor.
they want to use it.
Oh, Logan.
Oh, Alvaro.
Yeah, he is just amazing on this show. I saw him on another show. I haven't watched Money Heist yet, but I did watch The Head, which also starred Alexander Willem.
Yeah.
And that was pretty fun. He was good on that. Willem was really good on that too. Have any of you watched The Head?
No.
It was a miniseries? No.
I had a joke there, but I'm not going to say it. No, I have not.
All right, I am going to shut down the watch party because it's going to autoplay the next episode, and we're not watching that right now.
Are you sure? I mean, I can go another one.
I know. I can keep going.
I know as much as I want to. So good. They did such a good job making up for the failings of season 1 with season 2. I think.
Oh my gosh, yeah, hands down, redeemed.
Yeah.
And I hope we get to see, I hope that theme continues.
Oh, I hope so too. It just, the choices that they made that really bothered me in season 1 had a like I saw where they were going in it. I had a reason and I had faith in it again. And really with season 1, it was just those last couple episodes that really bothered me.
I got goosebumps when I read this Nomen Garden.
Oh yeah.
Oh
100%.
my god. Yes. Hearing Michael Kramer shout that in the audiobook is just fucking phenomenal.
The most I've listened to of
so I can meet them. I'm dying to meet them.
I know. I've been thinking about that. I might do WatCon and GardenCon this year.
Yeah, they are the voices of my Cosmere. That is my Cosmere voices.
One of my favorite memories from last year's WatCon was dancing at 1 o'clock in the morning with Kate and Michael and Mr. Stovey.
Nice.
Yeah, I want that for myself.
Well, come to WatCon, and I'm sure. I don't. Did they announce if they're going for sure next year? If they haven't announced it yet, I can almost say unequivocally they'll probably be going next year. They enjoy themselves
next year. Myself.
Okay.
I think I might make it my birthday Christmas present. Combined.
I'm 90%. I'm 90% going to WatCon. We're 60-40. No, well. 60-40 on not going to Malkiricon, but we're trying. And actually, I was telling people today, we decided not to go to JordanCon this year because we need to save the money to try to go to Malkiricon again. So we'll do something for, like I will, like, just, I don't know if Crystal's going to go yet. She's still deciding.
I'll talk about it.
But I'll try to, maybe I'll do something for the people that don't go to JordanCon, and we'll do some streaming stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't get to show you guys what I did this week. I didn't get to show you guys what I did this week. Hold on.
I'm looking forward.
I can show you here, but also I have better.
She's got better pictures.
I've been waiting for a number of years, and I could never figure out something that I liked. And I finally just gave a bunch of stuff to an artist, and he drew this. Okay. So it's going to be in color eventually. He had a couple different things on the top. And we took it off, and we talked about expanding the watercolor, but you guys, it looked so good. Even just the black and white, like this snake, the pictures don't even do it justice. It is so epic. We ended with
reverse. There's a snake on the screen.
A little bit of color. I think I'm going to get rid of the watercolor. Like I'm going to have him color in the wheel, and we'll finish doing the snake gold. And I think I'm going to be done because it looks so good.
It looks good like that.
Yeah,
my first tattoo was, My first tattoo was the Aes Sedai symbol superimposed on a Children of the Light sunburst.
Well,
Interesting.
I wanted
and
to
Thom
take two
actually-
opposite sides. I wanted two opposite sides from the Wheel of Time, and so I put them together. It's faded a lot. I got this on my 23rd birthday, and I'm almost 52, so it's kind of old.
That was a while ago.
I had originally
Yeah.
gone to this guy to do cover-ups, and then when I saw his work and his line
Nice.
detail,
I
I
love
was like,
that
"Look
snake.
at that! Like, you need to do my Wheel of Time tattoo because you're amazing." And Tom
mean-
had them add the little Aes Sedai symbol in the center.
Oh yeah, right.
You
I saw
talked to
the
Alan,
video.
did
The
it?
wheel.
Tom, had you talked to Alan before you got that tattoo done?
Maria.
Maria's the one who told you it was it was tightly.
Yeah,
it was only
Maria.
up here.
Yeah, Maria gave me the scoop on how how Robert Jordan, described it. No hate on people that get their own version of it, but I wanted
Right.
it to be
Mhm.
how
See,
I
I always
described
assumed it was a sleeve, a
Yeah,
forearm
for
sleeve. And then just recently, I overheard somebody talking and said that, Alan Romanchuk told me that it was this way. I'm like, that it was all
it's
small.
about halfway up the arm.
No, I was with you, Glenn. I had always pictured it kind of coming
Me too.
Yeah, me
up
too.
around the outside.
Yeah,
And
mine,
no, I
I'm
don't
just-
have. I am not. I would never think myself to be the Ka Karn. I only have one.
You're just a
It'd be really
clan chief.
easier if I turned off my background. Hold on a second. I like it.
I would be. I would.
They're not
I-
that painful. Reverse. It's mind over matter. For
Oh
most
no,
things.
it's
For
not
most
bad. It's
things.
not bad at all.
Especially
but-
your arms. The arms aren't bad at
Yeah.
all.
What you see here? I got
This
Band of the
sword-
Right Hand. That's great.
I got the band of the red hand, a wolf, and of course a dragon coming up through there. Then I got the way of the leaf tattooed on me just for fun.
Yay!
Oh, I love it.
So that's
I love
my
it.
Wheel of Time stuff.
That's going to be mine. I've been getting the itch to get another tattoo for a while. I'm jealous. I love getting
It's
tattoos.
so addictive.
Yeah, I'm doing a Stephen King sleeve on this whole arm.
Oh,
I'm just
cool.
waiting. I already got the Dark
All right,
Tower, but
Before we go too far
Like-
off with tattoos.
yeah, and we will.
Sorry.
No, we're good. Your tattoo is gorgeous, Crystal, and I'm very excited.
It
To
is.
see,
Very excited.
to see
I have
it
like
finished.
I'll go February 15th to get the rest of the colors. So
And so is yours, Bill and Glenn. Yours is also fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I
Yours is
like.
also great
Thank you.
and book
Um,
accurate.
True story. Maria hooked a brother up. I mean, she hooked me up with the tattoo, and when I got the hammer made, which we won't get into
Yeah.
the details of that
Yeah.
hammer or where it is, but
that's
Ooh.
another show.
yeah, when we got that hammer made.
That was the dark version, wasn't
No, it was just the hammer. I used it when I was Dark Perrin.
it? Okay,
I had it
Yeah.
for that Jordan Con. For those who don't know, they did a Jordan Con where it was, what did they call it? The Darkest Timeline. That's what it was.
Mm.
Where we did evil versions of all the characters. So during opening ceremonies, I was evil Perrin, and Paul Bialchik was evil Rand, and Joe O'Hara from Twatcast was evil Matt.
That seems to fit.
Yeah.
It's not a bad lineup for your evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then during the costume contest, we had a good friend of ours, and also she used to run the Jordan Con suite for a number of years. Jen, she was evil Morgaze, which was pretty fucking awesome. She looked awesome. Trying to find the picture of. Do I have it still in StreamYard? I think of when I did. Do I have it? No.
I don't know. I did Elias last year for my cosplay. This year at Jordan Con, I think I'm going to do one of the snakes. Only sort of what I think they look like as opposed to how they're described in the book. So
Okay.
Oh, I just have my profile picture. Hold on. My old Facebook profile picture for Dark Perrin, but you can see the eyes really good. And then Kitty is in it too, because we love Kitty. If you don't know, you should go check out the Dragonmount TikTok. Kitty is over there constantly doing different characters and things. She's fantastic.
I forgot to download the app.
But there it is.
there you
So-
go.
Yeah, so I did
Nice.
instead of a wolf brother, I was a dark hound, white eyes.
Nice.
And then that's Kitty and Alina. But and then you can see where's my picture? Oh, it's behind my head. There you go.
Yep.
That's where the picture is from.
Nice.
Anywho, all right. Enough about me. I want to learn about you guys. So
Sure.
for our new friends that are here, one of the new things that we started doing at the end of our shows is interviewing our guest each week in a interview that's themed after Inside the Actor Studio by James Lipton. If you don't know what that is, just Google it and watch some clips. Anything really is. Any of them will be fantastic. But the Anthony Hopkins and Robin Williams ones in particular are fantastic. Basically, he would interview different actors, and at the end of each interview, he would ask a set of 10 questions, and he would ask it to every single person he interviewed. So I started doing that, or we started doing that here with our guests. And since we've already done it with Glenn, we're going to do it with Bill now. How's that sound, Bill?
Most action I've seen in a while.
Nice.
How
Do
you
you consent,
Well,
Bill?
you're married, that's why.
Oh, I am full of consent.
Yay. Okay.
Nothing but consent.
And since we're like super professional now, we did. I did a thing. Hold on.
Oh,
Welcome.
Yay.
Welcome.
that is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome to our Inside the Dragonmount studio, Bilsif.
It's like a
Inside the Dragon's Mouth.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
I like that reverse.
So do you want to start us off, Crystal?
Yes, I do. So our very first question's hard hitting. What is your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, Ankylosaurus is my favorite.
Nice.
Looks like an armadillo. Basically
big
a
hammer
tank
tail?
version. Yeah.
Yeah, it has the big hammer tail. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, it has the sometimes spiked, sometimes hammered tail.
Yeah.
It's kind of varied in the past couple of years, but yeah, I love them.
Those are really painful toys to step on. The ones that look like those. They're
Worse
painful.
than Legos?
No, nothing's worse.
Oh,
than
okay.
Legos, so, but painful.
was-
My son has a lot of dinosaurs, and that's a popular one.
That was we did a one-shot high-level D&D campaign where I played a druid, and I annoyed my DM by turning into one of those.
Nice.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, it was good. I was killing so many people with my tail. Anyway, what is your favorite word?
I've been obsessed with this word since I was a kid, and it's mostly because of a movie. But that word is plethora.
Plethora. I like plethora. We have a plethora of nerds on this show currently.
Plethora. It just rolls off my tongue and makes me happy. Plethora.
Interesting. What movie?
Three Amigos.
Oh my gosh.
Would you
my
say I have a plethora?
Yep.
Yes, I would. Bang!
Yes.
You don't even know what it means.
I'm gonna have to watch that again. That's such a good
Oh
one.
God, I haven't seen the Three Amigos in forever.
All right. So, what is your least favorite word?
My least favorite word is actually a curse word, so I don't know if you want me to say it. I hate the word twat. I hate that word with a passion. The way it sounds, the way it comes out of my mouth is just gross. I don't like it. My wife uses it constantly because she says she's allowed to, and it annoys me, so it gets bonus points. But I hate that word so much.
It's really funny. I really like twat waffle. That's
I was literally thinking that. I was literally thinking that's all I could think of when he said it. That was all I could think
That's
of.
my version of moist for most people.
That's fair. Don't let Joe and Jono and Tom hear you.
I know. I was gonna say who's gonna message him.
Oh, I know. I never have.
Okay. Do you have a favorite curse word and or a favorite fantasy replacement curse word?
Blood and Bloody Ashes is my absolute favorite replacement curse word.
Okay.
But the one I say more than anything else is Mother's Milk in a Cup, because whenever I hit myself, stub my toe, do whatever, that's what I say. Mother's Milk in a Cup. and I get the weirdest looks.
She knows. Sorry, but my favorite thing of using words like that, especially like it's a reference to Wheel of Time, obviously, is when the one person in 10 years you've been saying it will realize it, and you're like, yes, I found another one.
My anesthesia guy, when I came in, they put me on the table. It was cold, and I said, "Blood and bloody ashes. That's cold." He looked at my arm and went, "Are you a Wheel of Time fan?" I'm like,
No.
"Yes." He's like, "Oh my god, I love that book."
Yes.
And then he put me to sleep, and I never got to see him again. And I'm like,
I
"I'm
never got to talk about it.
That's cool.
It happened to me at the gym. I went to a different class time that I normally go to in the gym, and this lady's like, "Oh, Wheel of Time," and I was like, "Tell me more." But we were sweating and panting, and I've never seen her again because I don't ever go to that class time. But someday.
Oh my god, I can hear this scene now in my head. Yes, El Guapo, you definitely have a plethora. I can hear it in my head. Okay.
All right, sorry. So what is an everyday sound that you love?
I like the crackle, pop, and hiss of a fire.
Mm.
I can fall asleep to one of those, hearing that with some rain on a nice track on YouTube, and I'm out.
And is there a everyday sound that you hate?
I cannot stand people chewing. Wet mouth noises, absolutely. If you're chewing with your mouth open, that drives me batty.
Mm-hmm.
Just absolutely crazy.
Yep. There's a name for that.
Misophonia.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Yep. I am one of those as well. I am a misophone. I don't care if that's a real word. I say it is.
It is now.
It is because
yeah, but I can't hear it reverse, so don't worry about it.
It's all right. Nomen Garden can mute you.
That's funny. Okay, so for the next part, these are all going to be the answers should be pertaining to fantasy, any realm of fiction. We'll ask for specific places in fiction or types of fiction if we have that question. The first one is, in general, which Wheel of Time show character would make the best roommate and why?
All right, I thought long and hard about this, and I broke everybody down that I could think of. And Perrin would be the best. He cleans up after himself.
Yeah.
He's so
Perrin wouldn't leave a mess.
That's true.
All I got to worry about is dogs, and I love dogs. So
I was going to say, you get to pet,
not a minus.
You get to snuggle some good boys and girls. So
I get wolves to pet, and like I said, he's the kind of guy who does the dishes. If they're sitting there, he'll do it.
And if you play your cards right, you make it a wolf brother to pet.
Yeah, that's true. Call me Fayu.
And what character, what Wheel of Time show character do you think would make the worst roommate?
As much as I love him, Matt would be horrible. He's the kind of dude that would steal your weed, absolutely your girlfriend, and bring his friends home at 4 a.m. when you got to work at freaking 6.
Yep.
That is Matt. I'm sorry, but it is.
Also the pranks.
Or Nynaeve, because I'd kill her.
You know he'd be playing pranks on you.
Oh, yeah. Snakes in my bed. Badgers in my closet. No,
or
thank
foxes.
you.
Who knows?
Even better.
So, have you ever had a crush on a character from some realm of fiction, and who is it?
Dude, Dark Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Dark Willow. I triggered something in me. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's my jam.
I see that. I see that. All right. If you had the opportunity to join a group or assume a vocation, like at a job that is depicted in any fantasy, science fiction, comic book, movie, TV show, video game, whatever you want, what would you want to be?
Ooh, this was a hard one. Honestly, most of the worlds that I read about are freaking terrifying. I'm not sure any of them I want to be anything. But so far as I could go, I'd probably be, I don't know if you've ever read He Who Fights with Monsters. They have the Adventure Society. Basically, their job is to take care of the monster population to keep other people safe. So I can see myself doing that.
Cool. I'm a different kind of monster hunter.
Gotcha. Got your supernatural syndrome. I see how you are.
Yeah.
No, I love Sam and Dean too. I'm a huge Winchester fan.
Yeah, for sure. So who or what, I guess, do you think is the very worst job you could have?
I'm okay. What I was gonna go with, I'm not, because it's a bit of a spoiler. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to rethink this one on the spot.
Ooh.
Although, honestly, psychiatrist in Randland, worst job ever. There's nothing but trauma. You never get a break.
God.
So yeah, I'm gonna say mental health professional in Randland.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Worst
I got you.
friggin' job ever. I would never leave the soup of depression. It's all you'd hear all day. You'd go home to it. It's just no. Yeah, not healthy.
Yeah. No, thank you. And is there any portrayal of the afterlife from any TV show, book, movie, any realm of fiction that you would like to be true for you when it is your time?
Iron Druid.
Oh,
I don't know if anybody's read the Iron Druid, but it's based on belief.
Yep.
It's based on belief. So if you're a Christian, you live your life that way. When you die, you will have heaven and hell. However, if you're, say, Alsatru and you die, you will have Valhalla or hell, small h, that hell. So on and so forth. You'll have a Shangri-La, Nirvana, whatever you believe in. There is that plane, Ternanog. It's all there. So I love that. It works with my worldview of, I don't think they put everything in the book, so
fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. And I will second that. If you have not read Iron Druid, you should check. Iron Druid. Glenn wants you to choose one.
No, that's the beautiful thing about that is I don't have to. It's whatever you believe.
That's fair. That's fair.
You believe in all of them, then yeah. As long as you don't have low self-esteem and think you deserve punishment, you should be fine.
That's fair. All right. Well, speaking of Glenn, boom, here's a Glenn. Welcome back, friend. You're muted.
Long time no see.
And now you're unmuted. So I would get nothing. Well, yeah. I mean, that's where I'm going to, buddy.
I mean, if that's what you think you deserve, sure.
What I was asking, Bill, is if you believe in all of those in that series, you get to choose which one you go to.
Oh, okay.
I think it's measured on your actual belief.
Primary.
So you would have to have a foundational belief in one of them for them to materialize.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. And it's been a while since I read that series. I don't think we meet any characters who are like atheist or a completely non-believers in everything.
Well, no, he does talk to Jesus and Mary, so that kind of narrows your options to saying
he does. He has a beer with Jamaican Jesus in a bar. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite scenes in any books.
Hey,
it's on my TBR.
Yeah, and also, I mean, not that it is entirely necessary for a book to be good, but Kevin Hearn is a pretty cool dude. We got to meet him, and Delilah Dawson, and he was pretty cool.
I would love to
be an audio.
Yes, they do have audiobooks, and they are pretty good audiobooks.
Luke Daniels is awesome. He, especially with Irish, Scottish accents, going back and forth. He has another series called Ink and Sigil, where it's all about this Scottish guy. So it gets into Scottish speech, where the first 5 minutes of every book is him explaining, okay, this is how the language works when you're speaking Scottish in this particular region of Scotland. He's 5-minute tutorial on real quick.
He does good voices, Luke Daniels, for sure.
Yeah,
I really, he's very talented.
Not a narrator I've listened to yet. I've actually evolved on who my favorite is. It used to be, I can't even think of his name now, the guy who did The Witcher. But now it's John Lee.
Okay.
John Lee is just unbelievable. He's got this great voice that's just, he can read to me every day. I listened to his Count of Monte Cristo. He's done just about everything by Peter F. Hamilton, who's my favorite living author. He's done a lot of nonfiction books.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he's got a huge list. If you look him up, his list, he's got a huge bibliography or whatever, narratography.
Jeez.
So
My list is huge.
Before we leave, I want to make sure I share your guys' links again. What is the next thing that you guys are doing on the adaptation?
The Expanse Season 4, Episode 4 will be this Sunday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Is it 5?
I think it's 5.
5. You're right.
I think we did 4 last night.
Yeah, it was 5. Yeah, you're right. It was 4 last night. You just forgot to change it, just like Thom.
Whoops.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah, I know.
After that, we'll be, after we finish season 4 of The Expanse, it just so happens that right after that, the weekend later, is Wheel of Time season 3.
Which is exactly what happened with us.
Right into that.
Yep. Cool.
The timing just worked out perfectly for us.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see you guys again for season 3 for sure.
Yeah.
And then
come watch us argue.
As we usually do, but before we announce who next week's guest is, something that, and it's entirely my fault. I blame me because I just kept dragging my feet on sending the correct information over and for graphics for Jen and not remembering. I just kept not remembering because ADHD. But Dragonmount is finally on. New creations by Jen, who supports all of the Wheel of Time content creators, makes the frosted mugs and shot glasses and coats and all kinds of things. And they made their first cup frosted mug for us. He sent me the picture today. So if you go over to New Creations by Jen,
right?
Yeah, it's Rob. Yeah, Rob. Weekly Wheel News. Rob Christensen, Weekly Wheel News, who's a fantastic artist himself, by the way. So if you go over there, you can find our Frosty mug. If you're collecting all the Frosty mugs, you got to get the Dragonmount one now. And as per always, we have the Dragonmount store where we have all kinds of stuff.
Oh, there it is.
The shirts. I think my shirts elsewhere. The Dragonmount t-shirts and the cups, and we also sell. Nice. We're a wholesaler for Badali jewelry, and you can find a lot of Tor books, obviously, because they sponsor us on the Dragonmount store as well. So spread the love around.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what Reverse BLT says, buy the merch.
Yes.
There's no Wheel of Time merch, so buy Dragonmount merch.
No more mugs. I have to tell my wife that because I can't. I had to build a huge 40 mug display thing for our wall for all the mugs that she had, and we still got more, so I got to make a bigger one.
That's me with coffee cups. It's a problem.
Yeah, I got 5 of the frosted mugs. I have Dusty Wheel, Black Tower. I have a Kate Redding and Kramer one. I have Way of the Leaf and Malkier Talks. So I definitely need a Dragonmount one.
Nice.
Yay!
Yeah.
So I'll be buying that.
And as per usual, some people talk about Smashing to Black, but we just do here because that's how we do. So say goodnight, Crystal.
That's how you
Good night,
do it.
Crystal.